2 R. Really good game. We're gonna just mess around on the IK Barb, running some pits. That's pretty much it. Just running pits over and over. I've got a Najee's Puzzler on my Switch, to kind of help with when I need some teleportation here and again. And I'm not going to use it too often, just generally to teleport to the road, and then if I have to backtrack any in the pits, then I'll use it as well. Let the fun begin. The repair cost is a little bit crazy for it, but not too bad. So we're just going to teleport to the road. We're going to kill some stuff along the way here. We'll go ahead and kill these ladies. Excuse me. And we're just going to kind of run down here and do the pits. This is a very relaxing player This is a very relaxing character to run. I also have Hork on the F hotkey to go ahead and hork some extra items. Thank you very much. And let's have a blast. So we're going down here. See, if I have to backtrack, I just teleport back here again. Couple charges. Funny thing, this actually has 69 charges. Yeah, 69. That's kind of funny. So let's just kill some stuff. Now this guy is running 187% magic find, which isn't a crazy amount. I do have 2 Alibabas, but I do not have them on Switch. I have my Najee's staff on Switch. I'm primarily looking for runes anyway, and if I find magic items, if I find unique items, TC87 uniques or set items, that's just a bonus. But really what I'm doing right now, let's backtrack a little bit, is kind of I'm just going to do as many runs as I can and hopefully find some runes. That's basically it. So we're going to switch back and try to use these charges sparingly. Do try to use these charges sparingly. Because it does take a lot to repair that staff, especially if all charges are used. So we're just going to wheel and deal and kiss steel through here. Let's kill this little guy. Zoyander. Whatever it is. So we will whirlwind ever so slightly. I did post a video to YouTube of me making my first Hodo. It rolled perfect. You can get the only changing variables on a Heart of the Oak are the resistances. It can be from 30 to 40. Let's pick this, maybe to sell. I was going to say, I like to pick at least one item up before I leave to sell because the staff charges are fairly expensive. And I think these would be good to sell. So let's put that to the side. Any rare armor is going to be really good to sell as well. So this character is just so very much fun. So fun to run. Really nice character. You just whirl and twirl and, just on your tippy toes and just kill a bunch of monsters. I mean, you're basically a ballet dancer. So you're running through here. You're meleeing there. There's a rare skull cap. We will pick this large charm up, if at the very least to sell. Oh, that reminds me. I have a few charms that I didn't put back in my inventory. I don't think they're very good, though. I think they're garbage charms, but I'll still put them back. Extra mana and extra dexterity. They're not great, but it's fine. I moved those around when I made my Hodo, so Like I said, this guy's got a lot of trashy charms. He does have some good charms. Probably the best charm on this guy. You know, I have this really crappy Geeds. I have a better Geeds on my Sorceress. So, yeah, she was my first Magic Find character, so I give her the better Geeds. But I did find, here's a 6% MF, not bad. I did find this, 7% MF, 8% cold resistance. And that little 8% boosted me up to 75% cold res. So that was a really nice find for me, personally, for this character. Let's teleport up here. Let's kill these right here. We'll teleport back. And there wasn't too much backtracking that time. You know, sometimes you'll get hits with some backtracking. Sometimes you won't have any backtracking. Just depends. So let's twirl around. Let's kill some stuff. Like I say, you know, there are builds that can run the pits very fast. You know, there are builds that can run the pits really, really fast. I'm just chilling. I'm just playing. You know, I'm just enjoying the time I have on this Barbarian. It's an IK Barb. What's not to love? You know, that's a classic set. A classic Barb. Whirlwind Barb was nerfed. I believe in .08 it was nerfed. .09, 1.10. I can't remember. It was nerfed. Whirlwind used to be overpowered. Strafe Zons used to be overpowered. So, you know, they got nerfed. Let's do some horking. I did pop that chest, correct? I think I popped it. Yes, I did. Well, let's get out of here. So, next run, please. This Barbarian is very durable with the max resists and such. And also once I buff up, I have 3,400 some odd hit points. So that is nice. But, like I said, the damage is fine for the pits. It really is. It's fine for the pits. That's actually not too bad of a large charm. That's probably keepable. It's not tradable, but it's probably would be useful on a character. I have a lot of junk in here. There's my Heart of the Oak that I made. I found this sometime. Kind of a cute little item. I found this in the pits with this Barbarian. You know. So, you know, I found a few odds and ends. So we're going to buff up. We're going to teleport right outside the gate here. Perfect. And then we're just going to run. The reason I don't mind running is, number one, this guy has really fast run walk due to the fact of 1 point in increased speed. So this guy has some pretty good run walk. And for 2, you can kind of kill some mobs along the way. You might get a decent drop along the way, killing these little unique packs. I should have stayed back here because generally you want to run around this entrance area first, clear it, and then move on. So you don't have to backtrack that much, especially if you don't have an Enigma and you're using your teleport as sparingly as you can to save gold. Very nice. Here's a combat shrine. Let's work a little bit right here. Okay, did not mean to do that. And let's pop one teleport down here just to look, and then we'll tell you right here. Okay, so we're fine. So we use 2 teleport charges. Not too bad. And we're just gonna whirlwind, and whirlwind. Like I said, you can shop a teleport staff in Act 2. No, I'm sorry, Act 3. Act 3 normal. Normal or Nightmare? I'll have to look. Let me look that up. Maybe it's Nightmare. Anyway, you can shop a teleport staff from Act 3. I happened to find the Naji's Puzzler, which gives level 11 teleport. That's probably That's definitely why the charges are more expensive on this guy. So actually, it's probably better just to shop one. Because this guy is really expensive to repair. So anyway. Alright, let's just run through here. Let's kill these guys. Yeah. We'll kill them. Mana burn. I think I got hit by mana burn. Something. Alright, let's work a little bit over here. We're just gonna work. Thank you. And hork is the term used for find item. I don't know why they call it horking. I think it's because of how the barbarian sounds when he does it. I'm pretty sure that's where the name came from. I don't know who started that, but that's what they call it, horking. We're gonna pop this chest. And let's move on to the next area as well. Thank you. Yes, I love having teleport staff on Switch. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to just will and deal. And kiss still. We have found nothing yet, but honestly, as long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter what character you play. It does matter what areas you play. But if you can build a character that can run the pits and kill, you don't have to have fast killing speed. You just take your time, you know. It may take you a while to find something good, but as long as you have a decent character that can run the pits at a decent speed, it doesn't have to be lightning fast, and can wear a decent amount of MF, you know, 100 I would say would be the least. You want to try to aim for close to 200 if you can. I would say if you're running the pits over and over, try to aim for that 200. Here's a superior mage plate. Now this is great because I believe a superior always rolls max defense. But it's only... It's only 2 socket. It's not a 3 socket. So nothing to get crazy about. You're looking for that 3 socket potentially for Enigma. Archon plate is probably the most used base. You can also put one in a Dusk Shroud as well. So as you're running these pits, look out for socketables. Look out for Grand Matron bows with +3 to skills and 5 sockets. Look out for a regular Monarch, either a 4 socket or a regular one, because you can use that regular one to socket at Larzuk, and that will be quite nice. Look for 3 socket elite armors that are light. People like light armors because there's no run walk penalty. A lot of people don't know this, but medium armors have a 5% run walk penalty. Heavy armors have a 10%. So the light armor that most people choose, it has a 103 strength requirement, is an Archon plate. Also, a lot of times people will kind of type it, you know, they'll kind of, in chat, they'll say AP. You know, AP stands for Archon plate. So, yeah. So let's continue. And yes, that repair cost is quite daunting for sure. Let's teleport out of the monastery, and we'll continue our journeys here. Like so. You can actually bug your mercenary. Now, I don't know for sure if it works in D2R. I think it does, because I think I've actually done it before. But the outer cloister is a great place to bug your mercenary. How you do that is you shut one of the doors behind your mercenary in the outer cloister, and then you run as far away as possible until your mercenary is forced to teleport to you. And a lot of times, once that happens, he will be bugged. A bugged mercenary means that enemies will not target your mercenary. So your mercenary has pretty much free will to do as he or she pleases without being targeted. So, what this orb is. So yes, that is a good thing to do. And that can be quite helpful in single player. If you're kind of lacking with gear for your mercenary. And this mercenary doesn't have a crazy amount of gear. My sorceress has better gear on her mercenary. This guy's running an insight in a regular thresher, not ethereal. I would recommend ethereal. Running with a shaft stop. You know, an F shaft stop would be better, but it's not bad. Anything ethereal is going to be better. Crown of Thieves for that 12% life stolen per hit. Also some fire res on that Crown of Thieves. Crown of Thieves is an excellent budget mercenary helmet as well. As is Tall's Mask. Vamp Gaze is also quite nice. Ethereal being better, as I say. With your mercenary, ethereal is always prime, because you know mercenaries do not use durability on their items, so it will never break. It will just get either a defense bonus if it's an armor, or a damage bonus if it is a melee weapon. Actually, any weapon. Even a staff, I believe, still gets extra damage. You're just not going to want to attack with the staff, right? Or an orb. So let's go work over here. And looking here, we'll pick that up to sell. It is good to sell these little wands as well as armors are really nice to sell. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, watch out for these auras. I believe that's fanaticism. That's probably the most dangerous pack in here. Is going to be this fanaticism pack. If you see fanaticism, as you can see, my mercenary died there. Yes, fanaticism ups attack speed and damage of the monsters. So, kind of deadly here. I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was. Let's look up here real quick. Just swirling and twirling along. There's a small charm. Pick up all charms. Every charm pick up. Now, later on, when you're better equipped, I would say large charms. You might not necessarily want to pick up. There's a lot of people that don't pick up large charms because large charms per inventory slot are not that great as compared to grand charms and small charms. Grand charms being either A, you roll skillers with life, ideally, or other things, or B, there's kind of some max damage, attack rating, etc. You know, maybe a little bit rarer, but you can find some grand charms like that as well, and that is quite nice and tradable. People look for those as well for their melee characters. 1 to 2 damage, fire, that is terrible. You can get some really rare elemental damage charms, and the ones that I'm about to mention are probably the only ones that are really tradable, and they drop from, I think they only drop from Bell, because I think they have a level 99. I think it takes level 99 to roll that affix. I don't remember if it's a prefix or suffix, but to roll that affix takes level 99. So I think Bale literally is the only monster in the game that can drop those really nice small charms. The only one I remember off the top of my head is Hibernal, which is the greatest cold damage. So, and you can look up the other ones. Those are really nice. Not great, not great. Now, if you get 100 to 175 poison damage over 5 or 6 seconds, I think that was 6 seconds, that is quite nice. That is quite, that's you're getting some really good poison damage once you hit that. You're getting some really good poison damage. So let's continue along here, killing stuff. And with runes, the more you kill, the more chance you are to get some of these runes. So just kill, kill, kill. That's how you find runes, ladies and gentlemen. You just kill a lot of things. That's why cows are really good for runes. That's why Chaos Sanctuary is really good for runes. The pits isn't bad for runes either, because a lot of level 85 areas have a really good chance of dropping really good mid and high runes as well, so really nice. Which, if you're looking for Lum, stuff like that, I probably would run Countess. That would be your best bet. But yeah, like I said. And there's another flail right there. Is it keepable? Yes, it is. That can make a CTA. That is a 5-socket flail. So that is a keeper for CTA. Very nice, very nice. And those are common. 4- and 5-socket flails are really common. They really are. So, you know, you're not going to trade it for the world. So, all right, let's see what we have going on here. So, have a sip of Mountain Dew. And we're just gonna sell some of this stuff right like so. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Not as much gold as I would have hoped for. Maybe the orb will suffice better. Probably because it has some skills on it. Yes, 19,000. That is a little bit better, so let's go ahead and get some P amethysts over there. So there we go. All right. Now, the one thing I really like about this character is running the pits with an IK Barb. Let's see, I'm around level 85, so I'm not a crazy high level. Decent level, but running the pits with an IK Barb like this, since you have really good resistances, oh, I know what I was going to show earlier, the battle orders. You see I'm at 3,000. Yeah, the battle, oh, I've broke some stuff. Oh, no, I'm using Naji's staff. That's not good. Yeah, so make sure you got the right items for that. Also, please make sure you have the right items. With the full set on, I'm running with 3,477 life, which is nothing to shake a stick at over there. So, let's hort these guys, please, and thank you very much. We're gonna hort. Hide sash. That would be String of Ears, which is a really good item for a barbarian as well. But we are IK Barb, so we are running with the IK build. So this will be quite nice to sell for some gold. You want to look for rare armors. Rare armor is quite nice for gold. Generally with rare armor, you're actually going to end up getting the max amount of gold, which on hell is 35,000. That's right. Depending on the difficulty, the max amount of gold you can get does vary. Okay, let's circle around here. Very often this first area will be just a little circle here. So go ahead and complete that circle. Not sure why I jumped there. That was an accident. And let's go ahead and clear this little beginning area. Now, once you do that, we can move on to the next area. Very nice, very nice. Whirl and twirl and kill a bunch of stuff. That's kind of the deal. That's kind of the deal here. And I can hop on my Blizzard Sorcerers as well. I think I've played her enough to where I'm kind of bored of her. She does have more magic find, and she does have teleport, being a sorceress. So that can be handy. She has a lot of utility also, you know, with telekinesis. You can use telekinesis to break breakables like urns in the ancient tunnels or open chests. You do need a key though if it's a chest with a key. So you do need a key unless you're an assassin. I think assassins do not need keys for chests. Very interesting little tidbit of information there. So there's a white monarch right there. That is actually keepable over here. To roll at logic. Not very good. Yes. Basic plain monarchs over there. Those are nice. That's a 139. Not too bad. We can make a spirit out of that. We're not going to make a spirit yet. We'll just keep that on our mule that we keep white and socketed items on. We'll keep it on that mule. And yeah. Maybe whenever we start another character, maybe my next character I think will be a necromancer or druid. Then I'll use one of their quests just to, and there's some lacerators. So that is my second pair of lacerators that I've found. If they're ethereal, they can be really good. It's really going to be a lot better ethereal because it replenishes quantity. However, it is nice for the 33% chance to cast level 3 Amplify on striking. So this is actually pretty good for a Frenzy Barb to keep on switch to proc that amp damage. That's really nice. So, or you could just not keep it on switch. You could actually just use it, not even on switch, because amp damage doubles your damage, right? It basically doubles physical damage that is dealt. So yes, that's very nice. I think just physical. I'm pretty sure. So yes, because lower resist would increase the magic damage. Amp damage increases the melee damage. Pretty sure. Whirling and whirling. There's an L rune. Those are actually fairly rare. I'll pick that up. You never know when you need an L rune for various rune words. So, and I think even count as normal, you know, L runes are kind of a pain to get, kind of a pain in the butt when you really want them. When you really want an L rune, you just can't find it when you really want it. All right, let's whirl and whirl. These guys here. Let's redo our, yes. So yes, IK barbs are very durable. The damage is really nice. The damage is not bad. Is it as much damage as a dual grief frenzy or whirlwind barbarian? No, it's not. Grief is better. Grief does a lot more damage. But this is a nice, classic, budget build that does just fine as a pit runner. Actually does pretty well as a chaos runner. You can run chaos as well. It doesn't do too bad. It's a really nice budget character. You can also run bell runs. It's not a bad character. You're not going to have teleport. So that's one downside. But if you're running a budget character, you're not going to have Enigma anyway. Let's see if I've missed anything. No need to backtrack. So we'll get out of here. Very classic IK Barbarian. What am I running for my rings? Well, here's what I'm running. I need to mule some of this stuff over. There's my other Spirit Monarch. Not a good defense on it, but I still wanted to make a Spirit, so yeah. 30% faster cast rate, up to 35, so that's a mid-tier. I can roll another one and hopefully I'll get a perfect one. So here's what I'm running for Rings and Amulet. I'm keeping this character very cheap, very simple, very straightforward with the angelic set here. Just the ring and amulet. You get really good attack rating. You see 1020 to attack rating? That's incredible. And it also has, 20 life and 6 to replenish life. Not too shabby. And then you get 75 more life from the amulet. 20% damage taken goes to mana. That is actually quite nice as well. The full set gives 10 to dexterity, but there's no reason to wear anything but the ring and amulet here. The rest of my gear is IK, because IK is a 6-piece set. And my other ring, what I'm running right now, is a Wisp Projector. The reason I'm running a Wisp Projector is those souls can be very detrimental. There's a lot of enemies that you hit, including the Council, that burst lightning from them as you hit them. So that lightning absorb is quite nice, and that 13% better chance of magic finding, of getting magic items, that 13% is quite nice as well. I could cast the Spirit of Barb's Heart of Wolverine or Oak Sage as well, so that is kind of handy. Do I recommend this? No, I would probably wear a Ravenfrost, honestly, but a lot of people, I don't have a Ravenfrost for one. And for two, Ravenfrost isn't as needed for this build. But that's one good thing about Whirlwind Barbarians. You don't have to worry about being frozen messing with your attack.
This monastery reeks with evil and corruption.
If you're frozen and whirlwinding, you whirlwind slower, but you still get the same amount of hits. So you actually end up doing more damage being frozen than if you weren't frozen, because even though your character is going slower, you're still hitting just as often. So frozen is actually really kind of nice, honestly, for a Whirlwind Barbarian. It does kind of slow you down with run walk though, so that can be kind of annoying. So Ravenfrost isn't bad, honestly. A lot of people get annoyed by being frozen, even on a Barb such as this. But if you do want to be frozen, because it can actually be beneficial to a Whirlwind Barb, if you'd rather keep the frozen deal and you don't want to run Ravenfrost, you could run a Stone of Jordan for those extra skills. That would probably actually be the best thing to run. And I have a Stone of Jordan, I could run a Stone of Jordan. You could also run a really good Magic Find ring or Nagel ring. To me, the Wisp Projector is kind of the best of both worlds. I get a little bit of Magic Find and some Lightning Absorb. Not too bad. If I had a perfect Nagel ring, I would probably wear it, just to kind of reach to that 200 plus Magic Find over there. And see, this guy has lightning emitting from him, so it can help with, those situations as well. And it really helps if you're doing bell runs. You really actually kind of want that, or that lightning absorb. Just make sure you do have capped lightning resistances as well, if you're going to do that. Because with a lower lightning resist, it really doesn't matter. Which, if you're running an IK Barb, your resistances are going to be just fine. You'll have to have a few charms here and there, though. you're not going to have any problem with resistances. Just put 1 point in natural resistance, and that will help greatly in boosting resistances as well. So let's do some horking. And we did not find anything of value. Let's continue on our way. I guess we could shout again just in case. And when you're casting when you're casting this stuff, do battle command first to increase your skill level. Then I usually just do battle orders and shout, because shout lasts the least. It has the least duration. So me personally, I always cast it last. I don't think it really matters what you do. I really want to do shout first. I don't think it really actually matters. Just make sure you're casting your battle orders first, because that will increase the level of your... Just make sure you're casting your battle command first, because that will increase the level of your battle orders as well as your shout. So you do want to cast it first. And then the other two, it doesn't really matter what order you cast them, in all honesty, because they both last a pretty good amount of time. I usually cast battle orders, then shout. So I'll cast battle command, battle orders, and then shout. That's how I do it. Tiara. So yeah, that's one thing I love about Whirlwind. You don't have to worry about cannot. You don't have to have it. You would actually probably rather not have it, honestly, in a lot of cases. So twirl and twirl. Pop this chest. There's a false emerald, thank you. We'll pick up this globe to sell as well, thank you. Let's hork a little bit. So we're gonna hork here, we're gonna hork there, we're gonna hork everywhere. Now actually this Hellforge plate
I can't carry
will sell quite nicely for some gold. Thank you very much. Now we're just gonna kind of backtrack a little bit here. That's what we have the teleport charges for, is backtracking. And we're gonna kill some stuff here. Use them or lose them, guys. Grab some gold, kill this guy. Then we're just gonna teleport back here to this area and see and make sure we didn't miss anything. There's a little group of monsters here. Just a little pocket. I should have killed this along the way, but sometimes it's kind of hard to tell which way to go, and you do end up having to backtrack sometimes. So let's go up here. Just check this area right here. Very nice, very nice. And that's it. On to the next run. That's probably going to be 35k. Yes. So that's quite a bit of gold there. This will probably be... That's probably going to be 35k also, because that's 2 skills. Yes. So that's quite nice. So we will repair our... See the repair cost? 100,000. That's with like 10 charges left. So that's a lot of charges to... So it's not too bad. It's manageable. You do have to watch your gold. You definitely have to watch your gold. So let's get a P emerald here. And I think we can also get, yes, a perfect topaz as well. Which, for this kind of budget barbarian, that's what I'm running in the helmet. I'm running 2 P topazes, 1 P topaz in the armor, which you will have to get it socketed at Larzik, which is worth it. This is the rarest piece of the set, so it's worth babying this piece. And that's basically it. You can put 2 ist runes in the Ogre Maul. I personally would rather just put 2 shell runes. Now, 2 shells give you 40% IS or increased attack speed. So it's 10% overkill because all you need is 30%. This IK Ogre Maul also only it goes from 35 to 40% crushing blow. So this is a perfect one, 40%. Nothing else changes on it. So if you're going to put what I'm about to tell you is the best thing to put in
This
it,
monastery reeks.
make 100% sure that it is perfect already. Because you would hate to waste what I'm about to tell you. You would hate to waste it in something less than perfect. There is a Bloodletter, very cute. Bloodletter Gladius. So the best thing to put in it then, you may ask, would be a 40-15, 2 40-15 jewels. 40 being 40% enhanced damage, which is the max that can roll on a jewel. And 15% increased attack speed. That would give you 80% enhanced damage, so a good chunk of extra damage, plus allow you to reach that final break point with that 30% increased attack speed as well. So that is the best thing to put in it. Would I put that in it? Personally, I wouldn't put that in it. Because those jewels are very expensive, and the whole reason to do this, Barb, is to just have fun and make a budget build. So, in my opinion, just put 2 shells. That way you can reach the break point with those 2 shell runes. That's what I would recommend, 2 shell runes. You can also put 2 15% IS jewels. They're going to be called Jewels of Fervor. So you can also put that in there as well. Actually, if you find some Jewels of Fervor with some extra stuff on it, that's better than a shell rune. Because literally all that shell gives you is the increased attack speed. But if you find, let's say you find 2 15 IS jewels, right? And each one of those has like maybe a little bit plus, one of them has a little bit plus to strength, one of them has a little bit plus to magic find or resistance or whatever. That's going to be better because that little extra is going to be better than putting 2 shells. So shell is the poor man's way of doing it. But like I said, it's not bad. So we'll get this Kraken shell here. That's going to give 35,000 gold, I'm sure, because it's elite armor. Elite armors are pretty much, if they're magic or higher, pretty much always give the 35k. I think actually white elite armors, just plain elite armors, actually always give 35k. I'm pretty sure. There's a bone shield. That's very interesting. Wall of Eyeless. Not really great, but it's kind of an interesting little thing. A really cool looking shield. I actually wonder how that looks on the main menu. I kind of wonder about that now. Probably looks really badass. I have to look and see. Let's just keep rolling here. Let's port a little bit. There's another armor that you can sell as well. Trellised armor. Any magic or higher armor or rare armor like that, really good to sell. Really, really nice to sell. Let's keep spinning to win. Spin to win. And now we're just going to teleport a little bit right there, not too much, to go over here now. I should have checked this area earlier and I didn't. So I'm having to use a teleport charge over there. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too big of a deal. This right here. And we'll just teleport back over here. So not too bad. There's a pole rune. So that is actually a nice find. That's the pole rune. This area is really good for runes. You see a lot of rune drops in here. You see a lot of gems dropping here. You see a lot of charms dropping here. You see a lot of jewels dropped in here. So, like I say, you see some interesting things over here. Really nice. Very, very nice. I'm just gonna spin around a little bit. Check up in this little pocket here for some features. Thank you, thank you. And we will check this final area. We didn't have to do too much backtracking. That was mostly my fault. We had to backtrack. So, like I said, try to keep your backtracking to a minimum to save those precious charges as well. Let's keep spinning, and spinning again. I'll have to do some experimentation, but I'm pretty sure that a magic staff with teleport on it would actually be nicer to use because it's cheaper to repair. It's cheaper to repair. Now, I don't know how many charges they typically have. That's one good thing about the puzzler. You get a lot of charges. You get those 69 charges as well. Let's pick up these rings to sell, and we'll hoard a little bit before we leave. There we go. We just hoarded a rare ring. So even if that's garbage, we can get some gold out of it.
I am overburdened.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we should be able to get some pretty good gold out of that. As well as maybe the rare ring will be nice. Maybe it will be a very nice faster cast ring with some really nice magic find on it. That would be ideal. Let's
Stay a while and listen.
Deckard Cane over here. We'll put this pole right here. Thank you very much. Don't worry about accidentally putting runes into socketed items. It only works in your personal stash. It only works in your personal stash or your gosh, I can't remember.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
I don't know why I threw that down. That's actually kind of a cool little early game thing as well. So I don't remember what I was saying, guys. Let's just forget about it. Okay, so we're gonna sell this. This. Not too bad for a little amulet. See, if you know, you can have a prefix and a suffix on a jewel. So if you have a jewel that has 15% IS and any other prefix and any, I think the IS is a suffix. I'm not sure. Yeah, the emerald would be the strength, wouldn't it? Would that be the magic find? I don't remember. I think the virility is the strength. So I think you could have magic find and 15% increased attack speed. So that two of those would be. There's some interesting things on here, but they didn't roll really well. The all resistances is nice, but it rolled crappy. The 2 mana is not bad. The lifesteal could have rolled better. The attack rating could have rolled a lot better. So this is actually basically garbage. So we'll take that. Did we repair? No, we didn't. Now we did. We'll also sell this Kraken shell as well. We will sell that. So let's go sell the Kraken shell
Sisterhood welcomes you. Good day.
for 35,000. 35,000 gold. Very nice. And let's continue. So let's buff up.
This monastery
Again,
reeks
3,477 life. So this is a very survivable character. Especially if you're running, that's why I don't have to use a, that's what I meant to say earlier. That's why I don't have to use a lot of potions with this character. Number one, he has, just from the IK set, you're going to have a lot of mana leech. Now, mana burn can be a pain in the butt. Also, before you get an insight, you may have to carry more mana potions than the life potions because of the fact that you're not going to have that meditation aura to add those insane levels of mana regeneration as well. The meditation aura is really quite nice, honestly. Really quite nice. So we're just going to spin. Let's work a little bit, I guess. Work. Okay. Let's try to explore this first area as much as we can before we move on. There is a forest pass. Thank you very much. And this little entry area is pretty much explored. And we've only used teleport to get to the road from the cathedral, or cloister, whatever that is. Little short spins like this are better. I don't remember exactly why. Little short spins like this are better than long drawn out spins. I don't worry too much about how my spins are going. You know, it is what it is. I don't worry much about it. I just kind of spin. But there are technically better and worse ways to win. Always pick up these rare gloves. You never know when they might be nice. That is not nice. What you're looking for are 10 to Javazon or Boson. I think the Javazons are going to be better. 20% increased attack speed. And on top of that, you may have some, what really would up the value would be some nice resistances. Fire, cold, or lightning resistances. 2 resistances would be really premium. I think you can get, I don't know if you can get up to 3. That would be insane. I know at least 1 or 2 really high roll, really good resistances. Not poison resistance, but really good resistances would up the value quite a bit there. If you had the 2 skills and 20% IS for a Javazon, that would be best in slot gloves. Very nice. Javazons are looking for gloves like that. So always pick up those rare gloves as well. If you pick up boots, let's look for some faster run walk. And some 2 or 3 resistances is quite nice as well. I think they can roll faster hit recovery. I'm not sure. That would actually be nice as well. For the belt, if you pick up rare belts, same deal. Resistances and faster hit recovery is quite nice for the belt. So, and you can go on the forums or you can Google, you can look up what rare items are good. Just kind of type that in Google. I think there's a guide out there, really nice, maybe a couple of different guides, really nice guides explaining what is a good rare, which would mean to keep or trade. What's a rare that's not so good? You know, maybe it's a rare that's not bad, but it's not really good enough to be tradable. So it can be very confusing to figure that out, especially with the rings and amulets. It can be kind of confusing to figure out what's keepable, what's not keepable. Same with charms, it can be kind of confusing. And there are some charms that are quite nice to keep, but don't trade for so much. Like life charms. Any life charm with, what is it, 16 plus life? Maybe it's 17 plus life? Is quite nice. Is it tradable? Maybe only if it's a 20 lifer. Early on ladder. Or, you know, right now this being an early on release, they may be a little more tradable. I was gonna make sure, yeah, I kind of missed that area right there, and that's gonna cost me some gold. That's gonna cost a lot of gold, that's fine. Not a big deal. I was about to say, I was thinking that I did miss an area, and I did. This little pocket hills. Little monsters here. We're just looking for some runes as well. And we're basically full clearing here, so yeah, we're not missing any runes here. That pole room was quite nice. That's a really good find. Pole runes, pole and plus is when you start getting into, you know, some runes with some value as well. So limb runes are quite nice as well for treachery.
Good to see
What's the
you.
repair bill? Ew, 44K. Like I said, it does get expensive to repair. It definitely does. We do have quite a bit of gold here, though. I should have picked up something to sell. I kind of went wrong there. Let's transmute that. I'm going to do one more run,
With evil and corruption.
and then I'm probably going to look for the day. I do work third shift, and I will probably need to sleep a little bit. I slept a little bit earlier, then woke up, and I'm probably going to sleep just a little more. I'm not incredibly tired, but I don't want to be tired at work, so let's just spin around here. There's a certain way to find out the correct path to go down for the pit, and I can't for the life of me really remember what it is. You might Google that, or I think there's a YouTube video on it by a gentleman that explains a method of finding the pit, because as you know, the path branches off into two branches. One going to the previous area, which is it the Black Marsh, I think? I can't remember. And then the other leading to the pit. So it's very nice to be able to read which fork in the road, which path in the road is going to take you to the pit, and which one is a waste of time going down. Me having teleport, I don't really worry so much about it, because I can always just backtrack fairly easily with teleport. But if you don't have teleport, it's probably worth learning that, and I do not know offhand exactly how to read which path, and it depends on the map that you roll as well, how the road looks. So I'll have to look that up and find that out myself, honestly. So let's work a little bit. I don't remember if it's a Colossus sword or a Colossus blade, but there's a certain one that if it's ethereal with 5 sockets, it's really nice for the pit. I don't know if it's blade or sword. I can't remember which one. One of those, I think it might be sword. I'm not sure, but it's better for. It's really good for the Death Rune word. Because Death Rune word, as you may know, gives the weapon indestructible. I'm pretty sure either that or replenished quantity, or oh no, I'm sorry, or self-repair. I can't remember. I think it just gives it indestructible. So anytime a rune word gives indestructible like that, you want to put it in something that's ethereal. Track back up to here. Continue our journey. over here. Very nice. We're just killing a few things. We're just having a last blow ending here. So... And with this auto gold pickup, you'll pick up more gold than you realize. You'll actually pick up a good bit of gold over time, especially running with that beads charm. Let's actually pick up this armor to have something to sell in case we don't find anything. We can sell that for some gold as well. We kind of help pay for those teleport charges. We'll just keep going here. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think the estimation on high runes would be 1 high rune every 1,000 runs on average. So, quite rare, but that is something to look forward to. And along the way, you will find some pull runes, runes, limb runes. I found 2 limb runes here just today. You're just going to find a lot of really cool mid runes while you're on the hunt for a high rune. So that can be nice as well. Let's see, buff again over here. The Barbarian looks so badass when he yells. Just a really cool class, guys. Everybody knows Barbarians are awesome, right? A little bit of mana burn, so that's why we keep those potions there for that mana burn. Generally with Meditation Aura and the 10% mana steal that you get from the IK set, you really don't have to worry too much about your mana, but we do keep half and half. So, as you see, we only use 2 potions all the way up here. So, you don't have to constantly run like you might have to with a sorceress. You don't have to constantly run to the vendor, filling up potions over there. You're generally just fine. Alright. Let's go a little bit here and...
I can't carry on more.
I think I'm going to end this stream. So this is Talon 2 Talon. This has just been about an hour and some change minutes running with an IK Barbarian in the pits. I think our best find was a pull rune, so thank you for watching. Just keep running the pits, and eventually you will find some high runes over there. Thank you very much. Have a good one.